In this video, I'm actually going to break down the monthly income and also the monthly expenses for a 10-bed assisted living facility. And many of you guys actually saw us go in and handle some tenant improvement on this 10-bed assisted living that we did in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm actually going to give you guys a breakdown of what the pro forma actually is doing now at that facility. So if you're interested, make sure to stick around. What is going on, everyone? I hope you're all doing well. If you're new here, my name is Serge. Welcome to the channel. To all my reoccurring viewers, thank you so much for all the love and support that each and every single one of you have shown me. And if you have not yet, make sure to go check out the God Made podcast on most streaming platforms. Also, if you have not checked out Legion Assisted Living Academy on Facebook, you can join that group for free. So make sure to go do that. Also, feel free to go check out legionassistedlivingacademy.com, and that is where I teach how to start your own assisted living facility or healthcare facility from A to Z. So make sure to go check that out. Also, if you have not yet, make sure to go check out Valley ALF Ventures on Instagram. Also, make sure to check out valleyalfventures.com. And that is where you, as a limited partner or a passive investor looking to get into this industry on the real estate side of things and come in on our future deals, make sure to reach out to us. Also, if you're an operator looking to potentially either sell or grow your operation, we would love to speak to you and see how we can help each other and hopefully do some business. Also, if you are looking for any type of placement in the Phoenix metro area, or if you know of anybody looking for any type of placement, feel free to also go check out valleyalfventures.com. And now that the housekeeping is all done for this, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of this video. So many of you actually remember me doing kind of 4-part series of this assisted living facility that we actually acquired and did renovations to, and actually ended up having an operator come in and start their operations and lease the property from us. And this is actually this operator's second property, and we obviously help with the aspect of making sure that this business is going to be viable for them and actually make sure that we run through the numbers on the business side of it. And that is where my expertise comes into play. And so in this video, I'm actually going to show you guys what the actual numbers are as far as what that operator and how they're performing. And again, you guys can go watch the full tour video of the before and after. I'll show some kind of B-roll shots of that facility for you guys to just see which facility I'm actually talking about. But with that, let's go ahead and jump into a screen share here where we're actually going to talk about the numbers. Let's go ahead and get started. So first things first, here you guys can see what the actual revenue is going to be for this specific facility. Now, this individual and this operator is actually averaging $5,500 per resident. Now, in our pro forma, you can see that the average actually comes out to $5,300. So this is that bottom column here. They are averaging in the pro forma $5,300. And so that's still very conservative. You know, we don't want to set it right at the average, but again, just for you guys to keep in mind, you want to still be conservative with your numbers. We do factor in a 10% vacancy rate. And so even though this is at full occupancy, technically it's running the pro forma based off of 9 residents instead of a full 10 residents. So that's another thing to keep in mind. And we do that just to, you know, make sure that we're factoring that in. So with that, you can see here net sales at 53,000, right? So if you take 5,300 times 10, that gives you 53,000 gross for the month. So you can see here month 1 through 12. So again, your gross profit would be $699,600. So again, this pro forma is available at Legion Assisted Living Academy for you guys to check out if that's something of interest. So now let's look at the actual expenses. And this is where I think a lot of people will actually benefit from seeing this. Now, again, you can start adding things in here as it's relevant to you. Now, for this individual, because they're paying rent and they're not having to factor in like property taxes, property insurance, things like that, that we as landlords take care of, they are just more so paying rent, and it's more like a double net lease. So with that, you can see salary and wages. So this would be for staff here. So her staff, her monthly salary just for caregivers is $15,500, and then her manager's salary that she pays is $3,500. So again, that's $19,000 total there that she is paying in just salaries. So just under $20,000. Now with that, payroll taxes, you got $1,000. So she's sitting at $20,000 when you factor in payroll taxes, etc., into that. And then her rent for the facility is $11,000. And then she's paying $1,200 in groceries per month on average for residents. Some months may be less, some months may be more. It all just averages. Again, these are all average numbers, right? So when you're looking at this, keep that in mind. Some months may be higher, some months may be lower, but when you combine it all and then divide it by 12, this is typically what the averages are. For instance, utilities on this place, it's a 9-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home. So utilities in the summer will be higher, but then in the winter they lower, or they go even lower than expected. So, and that's just because of the heat here. The HVAC is continuously running through the summer. So utilities may be higher some months, maybe a lot lower some months. So just keep that in mind. Cable, internet, phone, alarm, that is $300 on average. And then you can see the annual here. Her insurance for her liability insurance is a lot higher. But again, that's just because across the board, most of these assisted living facilities, the premiums did go up because of the pandemic. So that's just something to keep in mind. So she's paying $750 per month for that. Pest control, that's required by Department of Health Services. That's just something that's that you need. Landscaping, $200. This is just over an acre, I believe. So there is a lot, and there's natural grass, a lot of greenery. So $200. I know most people here in Arizona, that is a little on the higher end just because most people just have desert landscaping. And then supplies, website, $200. Placement agents, she actually pays a lot lower than what I've ran other performas and other P&Ls and performas that I've seen in the past on facilities, but that is because she just has a great just source and ultimate like funnel for residents. She has a waiting list, etc. So she doesn't pay nearly as much in placement agents. Licensing, you can see here, $108, and that's just typically, you know, your renewal and annual fees. And then resident events, $200. So you could see here, total operation expenses, $35,988. With all that being said, what we're going to go look at now is actually the performa. So typically this is what you would also show, but you can see the gross profit margins here are sitting at 24.55%. That is factoring in a 10% vacancy. Obviously, when you factor in and you're at full occupancy, which it's really hard to stay at full occupancy at like through the whole year. Typically the average at full occupancy is probably 4 to 5 months, and then you'll probably lose a resident or have a resident move out. Something may happen. So you're not always going to be at full occupancy, but if you have a good waiting list, you know, you get that filled up pretty quickly. So again, we like to be conservative with our numbers, but you can see here, you got the income from the operations factoring in the vacancy. You can see 4,700 or 47,700, and then your operating expenses being at just under 36,000 at 35,988. So this operator is netting $11,712 per month. This is in a really great area of Phoenix, Central Phoenix, a great area where she's able to charge really good rates, and still, you know, she's definitely getting more, but again, that's what she's averaging is 5,500, and this is running it off of a 5,300 average rate per resident. And you could see the net income, and this is just on one facility, is 140,544. Now again, you are going to have write-offs, you're going to have all these different things when it comes to tax season, but that's where you get a really good CPA in place and you get to really maximize the things you get to write off. So obviously post-tax, what she chooses to pay can vary a lot, But again, this is something that is always talked about in this industry. So I thought, let me run some numbers with you guys and let you guys see what this actually consists of. And do not get confused with the 2022. This is, as of right now, what she's currently making. So, you know, this is a really profitable business, and it can continue to be something. You know, this is her second facility. So her other facility is another 10 bed that she is leasing the property from us at Valley ALF Ventures. And so typically that one she does, you know, they don't average as much at that facility. But again, you know, she's making anywhere between, as of right now, you know, 20 to 22,000 between the two facilities net per month, which is a great income for most people. So just think about when you can expand that to, you know, let's say you double it, right? And now you're sitting at 40 to 50K net. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's really, really good income on 4 of these types of facilities. So that's just something to keep in mind. Again, you know, most people, like I'm saying, typically at the end of the day, it's just a matter of what you choose to do and how you choose to go about it. But hopefully this gave you guys some insight on monthly income, monthly expenses on a 10-bed assisted living facility here in Phoenix. And again, it can vary so much from facility to facility. And at the end of the day, it's a matter of how you choose to go about it. If you're choosing to maximize the type of income and the type of clients that you're trying to go after, or if you're going to kind of stay middle of the road or be on the lower income side. So it just really can depend a lot on how you choose to operate and run your business, the type of facility you're going to choose to have. I know of individuals who specialize in niches like Parkinson's, dementias, Alzheimer's, and that's all they take. And they're charging north of $7,000 per bed. And this is in Phoenix. And so I know of operators like this that are doing that. So again, it just really comes down to knowing what type of clientele you're trying to go after. And so with all that being said, make sure to go check out Legion Assisted Living Academy on Facebook. That is a free group to join. Again, if you want to learn how to do this, you can go to legionassistedlivingacademy.com. You can also book a one-on-one mentorship call, or you can book a day with me and you can come tour a couple of the facilities, ask me any questions you may have, etc. for the day. So make sure to go check that out. That will also be in the link in the description of this video. And again, make sure to go check us out at valleyalfventures.com. And with all that being said, I will talk to you all in the next one.